tonight. Their opponent, well, it's only the number 2 ranked team in Class B, the Platteview Trojans, 7-0 on their season. The guy that gets all the big hype is Brady Heiman, the University of Nebraska commit. But it's Nate Thayer that kind of makes things go for the Trojans. If they can get Thayer going as well and get the inside and outside, that's what makes the big difference in both teams, the way they can play. For York, they want to come at you. Danielson is a fantastic scorer, inside, outside. Snodgrass on the block. It'll be all the role players coming into this game that for York, if they're going to pull out a victory, it's got to be the role guys that will have to step up in this ball game. We'll go back upstairs. We'll check in with the players for the game and the starters with our PA announcer. You just heard him on the color for the girls game, David Chinwright.
Brady Heiman. Now let's meet the home team, the Dukes. First and non-starters. Number 12, Morgan Fox. Number 20, Simon Woody. Number 21, Ryan Cass. Number 22, Stan Posen. Number 23, Mark Danielson. Number 30, Mason Wright. And number 33, Dave Westgate. Let's meet the starters for the Dukes. Number 11, a 5'10" junior, Jeff Lucas. Number 15, 6' junior, Reed Heiman. Number 24, 6'1" junior, Brady Danielson. Number 34, 6'3" senior, Tyler Cass. And number 35, a 6'3" junior, Garrett Snodgrass.
Starting lineup's been introduced, and we are ready for 1 versus 2 in Class B for a holiday tournament. Not a bad way to spend your post-Christmas break. Platteview in the red, York in the home white uniforms. For Platteview, Matt Kingston, Evan Kingston, Garrett Kerwin, Nate Thayer, and Brady Heiman. For York, Jeb Lucas, Reed Hoffman, Brady Danielson, Tyler Cast, and Garrett Snodgrass. Heiman wins the tip. I bet he does that more than once throughout the season. And Platteview will have their first offensive possession of the game. That's Heiman going to the baseline, going to work on Snodgrass. Garrett a little stronger though, forces a bad pass and a tip and a steal. Hoffman comes away with it. For Lucas, Jeb leaves it underneath for Danielson. Ball knocked free though and stolen right back by Garrett Kerwin. So a steal each way to start things up. Heiman turnaround over there on the right side, no good, but an offensive rebound. Kerwin blocked from behind. And then the rebound, it's Lucas that comes away with it for York. A foul on the floor here. Excuse me, just out of bounds. 7:09 to play. That's Danielson on the inbounds. Guarded by Thayer, gets a screen from Snodgrass. Brady misses, Garrett does not. So 2-0, the Dukes strike first. Evan Kingston with it, gets it over to Matt Kingston. Kingston boys combining for 7 points and 5 rebounds a 12 points and 5 rebounds a contest. That's Thayer guarded by Danielson. The pull-up 16-footer no good. And Hoffman the defensive rebound. Up with a right hand, Cast misses. Got it maybe redirected by Heiman. At 6'10", Brady does that a few times. Averages 5 blocks a game. That's a 3 on the right wing, and it's good by Evan Kingston. Evan had 11 threes coming into tonight. Matt Kingston had 5 threes coming into the ball game. Danielson takes it top of the key, comes down, kicks it out. Cast, fires up the 3 ball. No good. The defensive rebound for Garrett Kerwin. Heiman in the lane, shot, no good. Snodgrass the rebound. Lucas with a little hesitation, now kicks it on the wing for Danielson. Brady in the lane. Good defense there on the rotation by Evan Kingston. Tyler Cast into the corner for Brady Danielson. Now Snodgrass gets it out. Cast doesn't hesitate on the 3, but 0 for 2 so far for Tyler. Quickly into the front court. That's Thayer on the left wing. Nate, dribble drive, hangs. The shot will not fall. Snodgrass the rebound. Quickly to the other end. Lucas stops, gets it for Snodgrass. Now a call out of the play. And that's Danielson, no good on the 3. And a good box out by Garrett Kerwin. York has gotten some good shots up, but haven't made too many. Just the 1 basket so far on the putback by Snodgrass. Thayer takes it on the left side, guarded by Brady Danielson. Up and under, nice move with the left hand. Nate Thayer finishes. 5-2, Platteview on top, early going here. I say early going, and I look up and we've already played 3.5 minutes. Snodgrass, turnaround in the lane. His shot will not fall. Heiman the rebound. Thayer wants a screen from Heiman. Again, guarded by Danielson. One-hand baseball pass into the corner. The 3 from Kingston. That was Matt Kingston, put it up, no good. Jeb Lucas the rebound, and Jeb brings it ahead. Tyler Cast at the other end. A pull-up 15-footer over Heiman and knocks it down. First 2 of the ball game for Tyler Cast. York within 1 at 5-4. Just past the halfway point, first quarter. Heiman on the right block. Turnaround over Snodgrass. That's the kind of shot that Brady Heiman can get all night. At 6'10", he's got a number of inches on his defensive counterpart, Garrett Snodgrass. Just a matter of can Garrett put enough muscle on him to keep him far enough away from the rim, and that becomes a low percentage shot. 3-point Platteview lead. Snodgrass pops to the top of the key. Timeout going to be taken by York coach Scott Lamberty. 30-second timeout. We can step aside as well. Platteview with a 3-point lead over York at the York Holiday Tournament.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Trojans of Platteview leading the Dukes of York by 3 with 3:19 to go here in the opening quarter. Don't forget, you can see all of the games tomorrow for the York Holiday Tournament right here on strive.tv/York. Perhaps you have found us on strivesports.com. Either way, it's the same player, it's the same stuff, it's all the same people. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. Don't forget to use the hashtag YorkHoliday17 if you're on Twitter, and let us know where you're coming from and where you're watching from. We'd love to know. Hoffman gets inside, gets another rebound, and Reed puts that one back up and in. Nick Westcamp has joined the fray along with Bryce Danielson for the Dukes. They are out there for their first action of the evening. The Kingston boys playing catch with it on the right side. That's Evan with it. Now swings it for Heiman, long 2. Brady's shot spins out. Snodgrass the rebound. Heiman just 1 for 4. Danielson all the way to the rim. Right over the front of it. Got it to go. Transition that time for Brady Danielson. And the Dukes have their first lead of the game at 8-7. Thayer guarded by Danielson. Over the right side for Evan Kingston. Lost it in the lane, though, and a steal for Westcamp. Here comes Nick spinning down the lane. He has it stripped right back. Matt Kingston comes away with it. Matt down the lane, leaves it for Heiman. Running shot, spins it in. Three turnovers total in this game. All of them have been steals for the defense. 2 turnovers for York and 1 for Platteview. Snodgrass looking low, and Reed Hoffman was trying to post up on Matt Kingston, and Matt going to be called for a foul here, his first team foul. In fact, the first foul period of the game. Now Wyatt Cast comes in for Garrett Snodgrass for York. Danielson comes off a screen on the right side, or left side, dumps it down low, and back out now for Hoffman. Westcamp short corner, back up for Bryce Danielson. Bryce the senior, Brady a junior. Of the Danielson basketball family. It's Westcamp with it, now for Brady Danielson. Dribble drive, stops at 12. Missed the shot though. The defensive rebound, Garrett Kerwin has been really solid on the defensive rebound so far in the game for Platteview. Trojans lead by 1 at 9-8. Thayer top of the key, swings it to the left. Now onto the block. There goes Heiman trying to go to work. Steps into some contact, missed the shot badly though. Good defense there by Westcamp in the post. At the other end, Cash coming down the lane, has it swatted away by Heiman and controlled by the Trojans in the corner. The runner at the other end is no good for Thayer. Hoffman leaves it for Bryce Danielson. Bryce steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Heiman on the right block, up and over, that's good. Over the top of Wyatt Cast. Brady Heiman, 6 points here in the first quarter. 8 seconds left in the period. Danielson will go to work on Thayer at the top. Gets a screen as Brady comes down the lane with the right hand, got all the way to the rim and lays it in. That's how we end the first period of play. York 13, Platteview 11. We'll come back on Strive TV for the second quarter after this.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off, or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
Six points here in the first quarter. 8 seconds left in the period. Danielson will go to work on Thayer at the top. Gets a screen as Brady comes down the lane with the right hand, got all the way to the rim and lays it in. Saw the highlights there. Taylor Sieber doing a nice job with the highlights. Kind of a new feature. Not really a new feature, but using it tonight on Strive TV. If we're going to call this the game of the week, well, yeah, we got a good one. York leading on that shot at the end of the first quarter over Platteview, 13-11. A lot of different scores really for both sides. Brady Heiman leads everybody with 6 in that first period. And a foul coming across the lane. Going to get Nate Thayer for the whistle. Garrett Snodgrass had popped free on the block, and Thayer kind of reached out and grabbed him. Lucas on the dribble drive, gets it up top again for Tyler Cass. Now Garrett Snodgrass. Now Lucas Onto the block, there's Snodgrass. Turns into the double team. Up top, Westcamp for three, and Nick knocks it down. Second three of the ball game for the York Dukes. Their lead now is 5. 45 seconds gone in the second quarter. Thayer on the left block. A lot of contact, no foul called either way. Thayer missed the shot. Lucas with a rebound. Probably a good no call there. Snodgrass from 15 feet, no. Thayer the rebound. Nate gets it back over to the right side. That is Matt Kingston. Now Heiman up top, traveled with the basketball. The thing about Platteview, they're not going to go terribly deep. And with Rayshon Hovalt on the bench with a torn ACL, that's 12 points, 3 rebounds, and a whole lot of athleticism unavailable for the Trojans for the rest of the season. So it's a short bench for the guys in red. York much deeper as far as the number of guys they will play here tonight. And a whistle away from the ball. They call Garrett Snodgrass for the push. Garrett's like, wait a minute, I was the one that got ran over. But they say Garrett slid into the screen that he was trying to set. It's Garrett's first, the team's first. It goes down as the third turnover for the Dukes. York's lead is 5. Minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Matt Kingston gets it over to the right side. Nate Thayer with it now. Hangs, no. Heiman lays it back in. Nate Thayer just 1 of 6 at from the field so far in the ball game. Put up some tough shots. York has defended very well so far. Oh, pass to the near side, tipped away. Evan Kingston goes Euro step, but missed the layup. Heiman grabs the rebound and puts it back. Heiman, all 6'10" of him, runs the floor really well. That's cast from the top. His shot no good. Thayer the rebound up ahead. Here comes Brady Heiman. Boy, what was that? A block. That's what they call. Brady Heiman was about to take one step inside the three-point line and do something with that. And I tell you, they call the block there on Tyler Cast. If Tyler would have kind of faked the block, might have got Heiman to just fall over there. I don't think Brady was under too much control. Misses the first of 2 free throws. Reed Hoffman, Brady Danielson checking in for the Dukes. Heiman's got 9 points, 9 of the 16. And then he gets a kick save on the defensive end. Trey Brodsky into the ball game. Trey averages just shy of 3 points a game. Danielson on the inbounds. Works off a screen from Snodgrass. Guarded by Thayer. That's been a fun matchup. Both those guys known for their offense. Both those guys playing really good defense so far. Snodgrass just misses on a shot with the left hand in the lane. Thayer grabbed the rebound. Brodsky gets it out and around. Kingston in the left corner. That's Matt with it. Back up to Evan. Now they swing it to Heiman. Into the corner, Evan. For Thayer, hesitates, goes back with the left hand, off the front, no good. Tyler casts the rebound. Now Danielson will set up the offense for York. Now I'll hand it back to Jeb Lucas. Tied up at 16. Danielson spots up and knocks down a 3. That's Brady's first 3 of the ball game, but he does have 7 total points. Pushes the lead back to 3 at 19-16. Slow going scoring-wise. Heiman on the right block, turns over Snodgrass, and good. There's a really good reason that Coach Tim Miles wants this big number 50 on his team. in the coming years. You can't teach 6'10", can't teach natural athletic ability either. You put some weight on him. Platteview coaches were in the ear of the official on the near sideline for a moving screen, and they get the call on Tyler Cast. Basically, if Tyler was looking at a guy in red, they were wanting a moving screen, and the official finally obliged right in front of the bench. Does go as the 4th turnover. That's the 2nd offensive foul of the game against York. The Dukes' lead is 1, just past halfway through this 2nd quarter, and Heiman gets one to go with a left hand. Really quietly, that's 15 for Heiman so far in the game. York really doesn't have an answer for what Heiman can do down there in the post. Cass going to try it and get swatted in the corner. Out of bounds off of Brady. It will stay with York. Westcamp just checked in. Nick's got the ball up top, now gets it for Lucas. To Hoffman on the block. It's tipped free, though, and stolen away. Nate Thayer picks up the loose ball. In the corner, a 3 from Kingston. It's good. Evan Kingston is 2 for 2 from three-point range, and Platteview has come roaring back to lead by 4. They trailed early in this quarter, 16-11. Danielson gets a screen, and Heiman blocks another shot. Thayer up top. Thayer up top. Good defense with a hand in the face by Wyatt Cass. Thayer misfires. Just 2 points so far for Nate. He averages almost 17 a game. But still a 4-point Platteview lead. Hoffman top of the key. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Brady Danielson going to work. Wave off the shots. They call a block on Thayer. That was some kind of spin move out of Brady Danielson, though. It is the 2nd foul on Nate Thayer, just the 3rd on Platteview. And a timeout going to be taken by Platteview. It will be a full timeout. We can step aside as well. It is a 4-point Trojan lead here at the York Holiday Tournament.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Platteview with a 4-point lead, 23-19 over the hometown York Dukes in the York Holiday Tournament. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. The scoring, as you might imagine from the scoreboard, it's been tough to score. Both teams have been really solid on defense and forced up some tough shots from the offense on both ends of the floor. Bryce Danielson takes the inbounds from little brother Brady. Brady comes through a screen and draws a reach-in foul on Trey Brodsky. Trey's first, team's 4th. Inbound again for the Dukes. Westcamp. Snodgrass onto the deck after this screen, kicks it back out for Westcamp. The lob down low. Brady Danielson got over the top of Trey Brodsky. And a great feed from Snodgrass to boot. Danielson's got 9 to lead the Dukes. Back within 2. Minute and a half to go, first half. Bryce Danielson on the defense there. Pass to Brodsky on the right side. York applying the pressure. Snodgrass got the tip. Bryce Danielson with a steal. Into the front court. Westcamp's got it. Hoffman again. High post for Snodgrass. Garrett over the top of Heiman. No good. The rebound off York. Platteview basketball. Thayer will take the inbounds and will full court man. Brady Danielson just on his hip. They want Heiman, and why not? Moving with the left hand, missed the first shot, got it back, falls away, missed it again. Westcamp the rebound. Boy, Snodgrass just fighting for all he's worth down there in the post when Heiman gets it on the block. Bryce Danielson just holding it. One final shot for the Dukes. Down by 2. They got a basket right at the end of the first quarter from Brady Danielson, and he will take it near the half-court circle. 10 seconds to go. Going to work on Brodsky. Left-handed shot, no good. Heiman grabs the rebound. This would count, but it clears the top of the backboard, and we have reached halftime. Platteview 23, York 21. Low scoring. Neither team is a good low-scoring team. We'll see if the offenses get going or if the defenses are just that good here later on in the second half. We've got highlights, we've got stats. It's all coming up at the halftime break. You're watching the York Holiday Tournament on Strive TV. Don't forget, if you're on Twitter, use the hashtag YorkHoliday17. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. We'd love to interact on Twitter. You can also tag us at Strive Sports on Twitter as well. Platteview by 2 as we head to the halftime break.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
Got it maybe redirected by Heiman. At 6'10", Brady does that a few times. Averages 5 blocks a game. That's a 3 on the right wing, and it's good by Evan Kingston. Hand baseball pass into the corner. The 3 from Kingston. That was Matt Kingston, put it up, no good. Jeb Lucas the rebound, and Jeb brings it ahead. Tyler Cast at the other end. A pull-up 15-footer over Heiman and knocks it down. Just past the halfway point, first quarter. Hyman on the right block. Turnaround over Snodgrass. That's the kind of shot that Brady Heiman can get all night at 6. For Heiman, long 2. Brady's shot spins out. Snodgrass the rebound. Heiman just 1 for 4. Danielson all the way to the rim. Right over the front of it. Got it to go. Transition that time. Onto the block. There goes Heiman trying to go to work. Steps into some contact. Missed the shot badly, though. Good defense there by Westcamp in the post. At the other end, Cash coming down the lane. Has it swatted away by Heiman. Runner at the other end is no good for Thayer. Hoffman leaves it for Bryce Danielson. Bryce steps into a three and knocks it down. Heiman on the right block. Up and over, that's good. Over the top of Wyatt Cast. 6 points here in the first quarter. 8 seconds left in the period. Danielson will go to work on Thayer at the top. Gets a screen to Brady. Comes down the lane with right hand all the way to the rim and lays it in. Lead is 5. Minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Matt Kingston gets it over to the right side. Nate Thayer with it now. Hangs, no. Heiman lays it back in. Some tough shots. York has defended very well so far. Oh, pass to the near side, tipped away. Evan Kingston goes Euro step, but missed the layup. Heiman grabs the rebound and puts it back. Now I'll hand it back to Jeb Lucas. Tied up at 16. Danielson spots up and knocks down a three. In the corner, a three from Kingston. It's good. Evan Kingston is 2 for 2 from three-point range. And left-handed shot, no good. Heiman grabs the rebound. This would count, but it clears the top of the backboard, and we have reached halftime. Platteview 23, York 21. Getting ready for the start of the second half here. Platteview leading York 23-21. I want to run down the first half stats for you. For York, Brady Danielson leads the way with 9 points. Garrett Snodgrass with 4. 3 apiece for Bryce Danielson and Nick Westcamp. 2 apiece for Tyler Cast and Reed Hoffman. York did not attempt a free throw in the first half. That's something that's probably got to change a little bit in the second half. They're going to come out with this victory. They did go 3 of 8 on three-pointers, and they went 6 of 13 on 2, so 9 of 21 from the field for York in that first half. For Platteview, 6 points from Evan Kingston on 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Nate Thayer held to 2 points and just 1 of 8 from the field in the first half. Brady Heiman was really good. 15 points. He was 7 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Heiman by himself went 7 of 12. The team went 8 of 22 on twos. So only one other 2-point basket by anybody else in that first half for the Platteview Trojans. We mentioned it's not a terribly deep bench. Only one player off the bench so far tonight for Platteview. York has gone 8 deep so far, but Brady Heiman picks up right where he left off with a quick move and a finish in the lane. So a 4-point Platteview lead, and you got to think that's exactly where Platteview coach Tom Brodsky wants that ball to go more often than not. There's a possession without Heiman touching it. It's probably not a good possession. York, on the other hand, just kind of kept a little bit out of rhythm. Danielson on the block, working on Thayer, lost it on the way up, and the rebound for Thayer. A 3 from Heiman, no good. Snodgrass up for the rebound, is fouled by Garrett Kerwin. It'll be Garrett's first, team's first this half. It was interesting earlier this morning as they were done with a shoot-around. I had a chance to talk with York coach Scott Lamberty for just a minute. I asked him if the guys were ready for tonight. He said, well, probably. We just had a terrible shoot-around. Didn't make any shots. Turned the ball over every time we tried to do something with it. Just really bad, like it was the first time we've ever come back from Christmas break. He's like, so that means we should be fine tonight. It hasn't been quite that good, but Reed Hoffman making good on the 2-point putback after the missed shot by Brady Danielson. Reed with 4 points here tonight. Back to a 2-point game again, 25-23. Up top, there's Heiman working on Snodgrass. Missed the shot, but an offensive rebound. Well, nope. Going to give that defensive rebound just straight to Tyler Cast. Back out. That is a 3 by Danielson, and he's knocked to the floor by Heiman. And 3 free throws for Brady Danielson. Heiman pleading his case that Brady, on the way down, actually reached out a little bit and drew that contact. But the officials not changing their minds. That is just the first foul on Heiman. 10 points in the game for Brady Danielson, a chance to give York their first lead of the second half. Instead, just 1 of 3 at the foul line. So the first 3 free throws of the night for York. Nate Thayer just driving hard all the way. Never had great control of it. And it's knocked out of Hoffman's hands by Heiman, and it will be York basketball. Boy, Thayer was putting that one up in one way, shape, or form. One-point Platteview lead. Danielson comes off a screen. Now goes away from the screen, all the way to the rim, high off the glass, no good, but there for the follow shot is Tyler Cast. So Brady has gone 0 for 3 from the field, but 2 of his missed shots have been putbacks for his teammates. And then Garrett Kerwin comes right down the floor and gets it right back to the lead for Platteview. Tyler Cast. Now Snodgrass at the high post. Garrett turns, kicks it in the corner for Cast. Now Jeb Lucas has got it. Back in there for Snodgrass. Garrett, quick move and got it around Kerwin. 6 points for Snodgrass in the game. York back by 1. Class B, number 1 versus number 2. And they're going to call a block there as Evan Kingston came down with it and kind of started to take off a little bit, but Tyler Cast just picked up his 3rd personal foul. And for the first time, you hear a little extra cheer. For the first time this year, Simon Odie checks into the ball game for the York Dukes. Simon, the fantastic season amongst the state championship football year. And the chant of Odie from the student section as Heiman misses the fadeaway. Brady spots a 3 coming down. He missed it though. Kerwin the rebound. Danielson 0 for 4 from the field so far here in this 3rd quarter. Thayer hesitates from 12 feet, knocked it down. Just the 2nd field goal of the game so far for Nate Thayer. Came in averaging just shy of 17 a game. He's got 4 right now. Snodgrass leaves it for Odie. For Danielson, back out to Simon. Along the baseline. Oh, this place would have gone nuts if that would have gone in. Danielson grabs the rebound. Can't finish though. Now a fight on the rebound and a foul on Danielson. The first on Brady. The first on York of the second, actually the second on York of the second half. Tyler Cast had one as well. Now the press wasn't really set up. Heiman dunks it at the other end. And Platteview gets a big boost from Brady Heiman. Their lead is 3, largest lead of the game for Platteview. Snodgrass hands it off to Lucas. Jeb on the hard drive, had it stuffed, got it back. Hoffman, now Snodgrass. Garrett hands it back and a reach-in foul on Thayer. Nate Thayer just picked up his 3rd personal foul and the 3rd foul on Platteview of the half. Bryce Danielson, Nick Westcamp into the game for York. Like we mentioned, the bench for York far and away deeper than the one person that Platteview will really go to the bench. Trey Brodsky is the only player to come off the bench tonight so far for Platteview. This is Snodgrass turning, was working on Kerwin. Might want it right back. Couldn't get it that time. Westcamp now has it on the left wing. Snodgrass at the high post. Now Westcamp spots up a 3 over Heiman, no good. Danielson with an offensive rebound. Bryce Danielson in the corner, onto the block for Brady. Into the lane with the left hand, no good. Got it back. Double team, leaves it for Odie. Simon puts it in. One-point game again, 31-30. Just under 3 minutes to go. Starting to get loud in the Duke Dome. Heiman over Snodgrass. Got it. 21 points for Brady Heiman in the game. Danielson right back the other end. Back to the wing, Westcamp. Kingston, nice rebound. Ahead for Kerwin. Heiman, offensive foul. Westcamp steps in. That is the first turnover of the second half for Platteview. And the one sub so far tonight, Trey Brodsky, is into the game for Platteview as Evan Kingston gets a breather. It's getting warm in the Duke Dome. 3-point lead for the visiting Platteview Trojans. 2:15 to go in the third. Odie backing his way down in the post and draws a foul on Matt Kingston. But the official going to have a little conversation with Simon, like, all right, I give you that one, but you can't back down quite that fast. That is 5 team fouls, and now Platteview going to take a timeout. Trojans with the lead, but momentum slightly on the side of the Dukes. We'll come back after this break.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Platteview by 3. York draws a foul on the inbounds, does Simon Odie. Matt Kingston just picked up his 3rd personal foul. That is also the 6th team foul. So Matt comes out, Evan Kingston back in. So if nothing else, York has been aggressive enough in this second half to draw now 16 fouls on Platteview, so they're in the bonus for the rest of the game are the Dukes. Simon Odie trying to post up down there on Kingston. Out of bounds off Simon. Evan Kingston knocked it off of Odie's leg. 6th turnover of the game for York, but just the first of the second half. Thayer trying to get it in late. Has it knocked out by Brady Danielson. That's one way to get the ball in. Throw it up to the 6'10 Brady Heiman and say, just grab this thing quick, would you? Thayer, hard drive, stops at 10, knocks it down over Odie. Thayer was 1 of 8 from the field in the first half. He's 2 for 2 from the field in the second half. His Trojans lead by 5. Odie on the right block. Up and under, over Heiman. Westcamp can't finish. And a foul on the rebound, though, is going to be 2 more shots for Nick Westcamp. It's also 7 team fouls. And on Garrett Kerwin, it's number 2. So this is 2 shots. But in the bonus for the rest of the game are the York Dukes. And so, having not shot a free throw in the first half and only being 1 for 3 so far in the second half, before that one, these are going to be huge for the Dukes. Got them both, did Nick. 5 points for Westcamp in the ball game. Reed Hoffman comes in, Simon Odie, in his first game back after the broken arm, and heaven knows what other else injuries that kid had during the football season that he played through. This is his first basketball game of the year. Comes in for some great minutes, some great aggressive athletic minutes, and that's exactly what Coach Scott Lamberty wants out of his senior. In the corner, Evan Kingston knocks it down for 3. Kingston is 3 for 3 from behind the arc in the game. Danielson right back at the other end answers with a 2. Brady Danielson with 12 to lead York. The Dukes, though, down by 4. Thayer on the wing. Gets the screen into the lane. Now Kerwin on the block with the right hand. It's good. The pace is picked up on both ends. Kerwin is 2 for 2 in this second half from the field. Westcamp on the block. Brady Danielson has it with 42 seconds to go in the third. Plattview's lead is 6. Westcamp for 3. Got it! Westcamp's second three of the ball game makes it a 3-point game. Hoffman, oh, that bounced out of bounds right in front of us. They didn't call it. Thayer's got it. 16 seconds left in the third. And a reach. Brady Danielson had the jersey of Nate Thayer. Brady's second, team's third. And inbound on the far side with 9 seconds to go for Platteview. Odie didn't make it to the bench in time to get into the game. Thayer will pop a three off the screen, no good. Heiman over everybody, missed the tip at the buzzer. End of three, it is Platteview 40, York 37. Boy, the pace really picked up at the end of that quarter. This should be fun. Come back for the fourth after this.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off, or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
Platteview 40, York 37. This one has been fun throughout. York led 13-11 over Platteview at the end of the first after a Brady Danielson layup at the buzzer. But Platteview led at 23-21 at half, and now have extended that lead to 40-37. Scoring in that quarter, 16 for York and 17 for Platteview. Brady Heiman is up to 21 points to lead all scorers. Nate Thayer went 2 for 3 from the field in that period after he was 1 for 8 in the first half. York with the first possession of the second half. Danielson, nice lead for Snodgrass, but blocked by Heiman. 5 blocks for Brady in the ball game. Against most teams, they don't have a 6'10 kid. Heiman, spin move, his shot no good. Thayer, though, with an offensive rebound. Along the baseline, Heiman stuck underneath there, somehow gets the pass off to Kerwin. Back outside, Kingston, back to Heiman, working hard with the right hand, it will not go. Westcamp the rebound. Snodgrass goes to work on the drive, knocked down, but the block clean. Heiman with 6 blocks in the ball game. Out of bounds though, off Platteview. York basketball. Brady Danielson takes the inbounds. Brady with 12 points so far in the game. Hesitates, jabs, back out. Now they're swinging around, there's Lucas. Danielson up top, back for Westcamp. Long possession here for York. Down the lane, Lucas leaves it for Snodgrass. A little turnaround with a right hook, and it's good for Garrett Snodgrass. 8 points for Garrett. 40-39, Platteview with a lead in the basketball. Blocking foul, Jeb Lucas. First on Jeb, the 4th on York. Platteview to inbound. Winner of this one gets St. Cecilia, who defeated Elkhorn earlier today. Thayer misses, Kerwin misses. Snodgrass grabs a rebound and gets a timeout. "30-second timeout taken by York. We can stay here." Boy, this has been fun throughout the day, hasn't it? First game of the day, Hastings St. Cecilia girls and Elkhorn girls. Both teams were undefeated. Elkhorn wins 59-49. Follow that up with the boys. Hastings St. Cecilia got 33 points, including 9 threes. Yes, 9 threes from Trevor Leach. They beat Elkhorn big. Girls action tonight. Platteview survives the Dukes. So on the girls' side, the 4 o'clock girls' championship will be Elkhorn and Platteview at 12:30. First game of the day tomorrow, Hastings St. Cecilia and York. Then the winner of this game gets St. Cecilia at 5:45. For the boys' championship, the loser will play Elkhorn at 2:15. 1 point lead for Platteview. York with a basketball, 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Platteview has led since early on in the second quarter, and they have not given up the lead just yet. Danielson, left side. Brady all the way to the rim, finishes with the right hand. First lead since the first quarter for York. Heiman into the lane. A foul on the floor on Reed Hoffman. Reed's first, the team's 5th. Well, they did call it on the shot, excuse me. So 2 free throws for Brady Heiman. Heiman 2 out of 3 from the free throw line in the game so far. Tyler Cast into the game as Hoffman comes out for York. "23 points in the game for Brady Heiman to go along with 7 blocked shots. Platteview by 1. Lucas left wing. Back cut. Danielson wide open. Great feed from Lucas. Boy, that was a thing of beauty from Brady. Thayer jumped the screen up top. Danielson went right back to the hoop. Lucas read it as well and got the basket. Heiman spins and turns on Snodgrass. Not much Garrett can do about that. 25 points for Brady Heiman. Platteview back by 1, 5 minutes to go. Danielson calling out directions. Tyler Cast has it. Now Lucas and Snodgrass. Back to Cast. A little flex offense here for the Dukes. Snodgrass, a 3 at the top. It's good! Snodgrass just 4 points in the first half. He's come alive in the second. With 7 more, he's got 11 for the game, and York leads by 2. Heiman along the baseline, 12-footer, no good. Cast the rebound. Up ahead, though, they throw it away. Westcamp couldn't get up to it on the pass from Cast. Still, though, how about this? York 7 turnovers, Platteview just 4. Platteview, I tell you what, these guys did not miss a day of running over their 5-day break. For only playing 6 guys all night, they have stayed remarkably sharp. Heiman going to work, kicks it out. Kingston for 3, and it's good by Matt. First 3 of the ball game for Matt Kingston puts Platteview back in front by 1. 3:40 to go, fourth quarter. Tyler Cast, backside, Snodgrass, missed it, maybe redirected. I don't know if Heiman actually got a piece of it. Snodgrass could not quite finish, though. But there again, against anybody but the 6'10 Heiman, that's probably a layup for Snodgrass, and now a timeout for Platteview. 30-second timeout. We will step aside as well. Don't go anywhere, though, folks. Come right back, will you?
It's
thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Platteview and York, this one has been good throughout. Biggest lead for Platteview in the game, 3 points. Biggest lead for York, 2. It's been that good all night long. Thayer throws it in the corner. That's Evan Kingston. Danielson with a tip and a steal. Brady on the left side had it knocked free, got it back, missed it once, got it back, did not miss it the second time. Heiman in the lane, left it short. Hoffman the rebound. Snodgrass muscled up on the defense there. York with a 1-point lead. Danielson wants to slow things down. Guarded by Nate Thayer. Brady has it blocked by Brady Heiman. 8 blocks for Heiman, going coast to coast. The officials might talk. Is this going to be intentional on Brady Danielson? And was it on the shot is the other chance. On the floor, they're going to rule. Platteview fans want an intentional foul. The officials confer and say that the initial contact came before Heiman was into the shot. The third on Danielson, that's 6 on York. Remember, with a minute and a half left in the third quarter, that York went into the bonus. Platteview has not been whistled for a foul since almost an entire quarter, and now a chance at a three-point play for Nate Thayer. And real quick, that's 4 personal fouls on Brady Danielson. Back to a 2-point lead for Platteview. 2:20 to go, fourth quarter. Tyler Cast off for Brady Danielson. Brady's got 18 points to lead York tonight. Down the lane, Brady with the left hand, cannot finish. And a foul on Platteview on the rebound is going to be a 1-and-1 for York. And that's the 4th foul on Nate Thayer. Garrett Snodgrass will go to the foul line for the 1-and-1. Garrett has not shot a free throw this evening. Tie game at the Duke Dome. Two minutes to go. Brady Heiman, guarded by Snodgrass. Heiman fadeaway, no. Rebound, off Platteview, York basketball. Heiman has 25 points tonight. However, just 1 of 6 from the field in the fourth quarter. He's tried, but York's muscle has kept him farther away from the basket than what he'd really like. Snodgrass has been a big part of that defensive effort. Hoffman pops to the top of the key. Garrett's got it now. Now for Brady Danielson. Brady takes a deep breath. Moves some guys around. Nate Thayer and Brady Danielson. These guys have been guarding each other all night. Now York coach Scott Lamberty going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with a score tied at 50 with 1:09 to go. And now they change it to a full timeout for York. 3 timeouts remaining for York and 2 for Platteview. So this has been fun. Boy, Brady Danielson has 18 points to lead the way for the Dukes. Brady Heiman has 25 to lead the way for Platteview. Said it in the pregame, though, it was going to have to be the role players for York to figure out if they could be enough, if those York role players would be enough to get by the stardom that is Brady Heiman. And make no mistake, folks, Brady Heiman is a very special talent. Obviously 6'10", you can't really coach, but he's 6'10", he's athletic, he can move, he can run and jump, and York has absolutely made him work, especially here in the fourth quarter, but really all night for all of his shots. I don't have rebounding stats, but I'm guessing it's closing in on a triple-double for Heiman. He's got 7 blocks, and he's on defense right now. York with the basketball and 1:09 to play. Both teams are in the bonus. Should there be a jump ball, it would favor Platteview. Trey Brodsky, the freshest legs for Platteview, guarding Brady Danielson. Now Snodgrass will hold it. Maybe one final shot for the Dukes. Can they make good passes for the final minute of the contest? Danielson for Tyler Cast. Snodgrass comes over on the wing. Now Garrett goes with the left hand. Missed the shot though. And Platteview will have an opportunity with 28 seconds left. At the end of regulation. And a timeout for the Trojans with 17 seconds. This will be a full timeout. The last full timeout that Platteview has. We will take it as well. The final 17 seconds after this.
Daniel McIntosh. I work for Truck Center Companies Columbus, and I'm a technician. I've always been interested in being a mechanic and working on stuff. I actually learned about this job through a friend, and he said it was a great place to work, so I decided I would apply, and I love it. It's good pay and good benefits, and I like my hours that I work. I like my weekends and stuff that I get off or my days off. And the other technicians in the shop were really good about answering any questions and helping out anytime I needed help. They also sent me through the TAP program in Omaha, and that was a lot of help as well. I learned a lot going through that program. I would highly recommend this job to some younger kids or some like high school students or even some other techs that have been doing it for a while.
.3 left to go here at the Duke Dome. Platteview with a basketball and a timeout remaining. Matt Kingston will have it. Tyler Cass forces good defense. Kingston on the wing with 5, with 4. Thayer still a long way from the hoop. Thayer from the top for the win. No good. We go to overtime. What defense from York at the end of regulation. 50-50. Let's play 4 more.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank, growing together.
Well, this has been fun. 32 minutes, not enough to decide this one. So let's play 4 more. Overtime number 1 for York and Platteview. We will jump again from center circle. The theory in coaching circles, the first team to score in overtime, what a huge advantage that is. Keep in mind, each team adds a timeout. So 3 timeouts for York and 2 for Platteview. Matt Kingston will set up the offense for the Trojans. Evan Kingston has it. Now Garrett Kerwin. Looking for Heiman on the block. Double team comes. Kerwin down the lane, leaves it in the corner. Kingston for 3. No. Defensive rebound, Jeb Lucas. Danielson has it poked free. Got it back though. Both teams are in the bonus. With Platteview winning the toss, any alternating possession would go to York. And running through a screen that time was Garrett Kerwin, and Brady Danielson will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Third foul on Kerwin. That is 9 on Platteview, so 1 more for the double bonus. So this is the last of the 1-and-1s for York. $18 points and now 19 points for Brady Danielson to lead the way for York tonight. Make it an even 20. So York with the first 2 of the overtime period. Heiman hard down the lane, just flips it up. Now way out of control there, but Kerwin does grab an offensive rebound. Heiman trying for all his might to draw a blocking foul or a shooting foul there. It's there. Good defense by Cast. Now Heiman again down the lane, tipped around. And a reach-in foul is called, and Simon Odie's like, whoa, wait a minute. Well, it wasn't on Simon, it was on Reed Hoffman. Reed's second, and the team's 8th, so a 1-and-1 for Brady Heiman. Brady's got 25 points tonight, but went just 2 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. Hoffman snags the rebound. So York with a 2-point lead and already a minute and a half gone in the 4-minute overtime period. Whole lot of people in the Duke Dome tonight. And thanks to you for joining us on Strive TV. Hoffman top of the key. Danielson goes and corrals it. 30 seconds on the possession already for York since they crossed half court. Danielson with the left hand, he was fouled by Kerwin. And 2 shots for Brady Danielson. And in overtime, you wonder how good the legs are for both teams, but maybe especially for Platteview. They've only played 1 player off the bench all night long. York has gone 9 deep. Nick Westcamp comes in here. So on the floor for York is Simon Odie, Nick Westcamp, Brady Danielson, Garrett Snodgrass, and Tyler Cast. And 0 for 2 was Danielson there. So still just a 2-point game. Under 2 minutes to go in the overtime period. Thayer with a dribble drive, throws it in the corner, now Heiman. Over the double team, missed it, Thayer the rebound. Nate back up with the left hand, again no good. Danielson the rebound. York coach Scott Lamberty wants a timeout with 1:32 to play in overtime. Full timeout taken by the Dukes. 52-50. This has been fun. Again, we want to recap what's coming up tomorrow at 12:30. You'll see on the girls' side, Hastings St. Cecilia take on York for 3rd place. Then at 2:15, you're going to see Elkhorn against the loser of this game. Following that, at 4 o'clock, Elkhorn and Platteview, couple of undefeated teams in Class B, will duke it out at 4 o'clock for the girls' championship. And then at 5:45, Hastings St. Cecilia gets the winner of this game. 7 ranked teams amongst the 8 that are in this competition. It has been fantastic basketball played all day long. Doesn't matter which game you were at. It's been good stuff. You will be able to see all 4 games tomorrow here on Strive TV. Perhaps you've been watching us on the post on strivesports.com. Hey, shout out to Craig Madura. Hashtag EdgyEDU, proud sponsor of basketball on Strive TV. Cha-ching. York with a 2-point lead and 1:32 to left in overtime. And just how patient are the Dukes here? It almost cost them at the end of regulation. Platteview with a run and jump defense. Brodsky out there. Lucas and Snodgrass playing catch for a moment, and they're face guarding. And now a reach-in foul. Brodsky will foul Jeb Lucas. Jeb hasn't taken a shot of any kind here tonight, but he's about to get a double bonus with 1:10. The 5'10 junior makes it a 3-point game. And 4. Boy, neither one of those hit the rim either. Pretty clutch from Lucas. He comes out. Simon Odie in for the defense. 4-point York lead with 1:10 to go in overtime. Platteview with the basketball, and the York fans making some noise. Evan Kingston, left wing. Brady Heiman, guarded by Garrett Snodgrass. 1 minute to go. Matt Kingston, now Heiman again. Heiman down the lane with the left hand, blocks, but a foul on Snodgrass. Garrett got a lot of ball, but he got some arm there as well, and Brady Heiman will shoot 2 free throws with 48 seconds to go. So a 1-possession game. And now it's a 2-point game. Those are the first points of the overtime period for Platteview. York is 4 for 6 at the free throw line for their scoring in the overtime period. Danielson hands it off to Snodgrass. Now Hoffman's got it. Reed trying to get rid of it. Just about got a 5-second call. Now with a hard dribble, Hoffman gets it to Snodgrass with 22 seconds left, and Heiman fouls Snodgrass. Platteview really wanted that 5-second count, but the official right in front there with the count said it was at 4 seconds when the first dribble went down. Double bonus for Snodgrass after the third foul on Heiman. Simon Odie, Tyler Cast in, Jeb Lucas, Reed Hoffman out. Little offense for defense there for York coach Scott Lamberty. And a 4-point game. Boy, those are two big free throws from Garrett Snodgrass. 20 seconds to go in overtime. Kingston gets a screen, picks up his dribble, gets it to Thayer. Guarded by Cast for Kingston for three. It is no good. The rebound is out of bounds. Gonna stay with Platteview. Ten seconds left. York shouldn't even be touching this ball if it gets shot at all. Now Heiman lost it. Snodgrass with the hustle play. Got the steal, got the timeout. And that brings the York crowd to their feet. Snodgrass knocked it free from Brady Heiman. Got the dive for the loose ball, and he got the timeout just before he slid out of bounds. Folks, that is just the 6th turnover of the game for Platteview and only 7 for the game for York. But a 4-point lead with 5 seconds left. We are York Dukes. Rings out from the far side of the gymnasium. Don't forget, hashtag York Holiday 17 if you're on Twitter. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. See the timeout situation with the yellow dashes. York with 1 timeout, Platteview 2. You know, Plattview's going to have to foul right away. Platteview coach Tom Brodsky giving the official on the near side an earful there. Tyler Cass to throw it in, and a timeout before anything happened. York does have a timeout left. Now they don't. So a big inbounds here. Platteview wanted to travel there. They didn't get the call. Hoffman takes the inbounds, fouled right away. 1.2 goes off the game clock. And Reed Hoffman, well, this game's probably over with 4 seconds left, but Reed can apply the finishing touches here. Bryce Danielson, Simon Odie in for York. Second one no good. Heiman the rebound, just want to get out of the way here. Heiman goes coast to coast in 4 seconds. The shot no good, and York has survived in overtime. 57-52. The Dukes win it over Platteview, 1 versus 2 in Class B. That was as good as we thought it might have been. Both teams facing the best defense they have faced all year. Both teams really had to slug it out, and the Dukes, with just a few more bodies to throw out there on the floor tonight, get it done over the Platteview Trojans. I'm not saying it's not going to happen again in March. I'll just throw that out there, right? Final count, 57-52. York with a win over Platteview. Final stats, final highlights, all that coming up. One versus two in Class B. That was as good as we thought it might have been. Both teams facing the best defense they have faced all year. Hey, there I am. Final count tonight. Boy, this was fun, folks. 57-52. York wins it over Platteview in overtime. The numbers, they're fun to look at. They're fun to talk about, but tonight was more about just getting it done. York got it done when they needed to most. Let's start with Platteview. Falls for the first time this year. They're now 6-1, and they will take on Elkhorn tomorrow. That game, 2:15 here at the Duke Dome. Brady Heiman, 27 points, folks. He's good. York made him work for every bit. I haven't added it all up, but Brady in the fourth quarter and overtime combined was 1, of 10 from the field. Put up a lot of tough shots. York, like I said, York made him just absolutely work like crazy for the shots that he was getting. That was a very well-earned 27 points. Probably not many teams in Class B will defend as difficultly and as strongly as York did tonight on Heiman. And for Heiman getting the 27 was really the defense that they played on Nate Thayer. Brady Danielson did a whale of a job holding Thayer to 9 points, and only 3 in the fourth quarter and none in overtime. Thayer only took 1 shot in overtime. That was kind of the amazing part there. Evan Kingston went 3 for 3 from the three-point line to finish with his 9 points. Garrett Kerwin had 4 and 3 points for Matt Kingston. Shooting tonight, free throws, well, kind of the difference of the game, really. While Platteview was going 6 of 8 from the free throw line, York was going 12 of 17. 6 points from the free throw line in a 5-point game, right? 4 of 7 from the three-point line was Platteview, and they were 17 of 46 all total on twos. So let's make it 21 of 53 for the game for Platteview from the field. For York, it was a big game from Brady Danielson. 20 points for Brady, 15 from Garrett Snodgrass, and Garrett had 11 of those in the second half. And more than his points, his defensive toughness on Heiman was far and away the biggest difference in this ball game. And then, like we said in the pregame, it was going to be the role players for York. Who was going to step up and just chip in that little bit that York would need? Well, how about this? Nick Westcamp, 8 points. Reed Hoffman, 5. Jeb Lucas, 2, including 2 free throws with 1:10 left in overtime. The only shot of any kind that Jeb took all night, swished home 2 free throws with 1:10 in overtime. Tyler Cast finished with 4 points. Bryce Danielson knocked down a 3 in the first half. Simon Odie finishes with 2 points in his first game of the season. Reed Hoffman, I don't know if I mentioned him, 5 points for Reed tonight. Shooting for the Dukes, they went 12 of 17 from the free throw line. Not outstanding, but enough. 5 of 12 on threes, and they were 15 of 29 on twos. So that's 17 of 41, 17 of 41 from the field for tonight for the Dukes. They win it in overtime, 57-52. So the bracket again tomorrow in all of the games. Let's do this as we go. The first game you'll see at 12:30 tomorrow. You can see all the games here on Strive TV, perhaps on Strive Sports as you might be looking at it. Hastings St. Cecilia taking on the York girls at 12:30 tomorrow. Following that will be the boys' third-place game. Platteview will take on Elkhorn. Then the girls' championship, Elkhorn taking on Platteview. So, back-to-back there, kind of like the doubleheader, right? And then the nightcap will be the boys' championship between Hastings St. Cecilia and the York Dukes. A couple of undefeateds in the boys' championship, a couple of undefeateds in the girls' championship as well. Should be a ton of fun. Today was great. Thanks for joining us wherever you were watching. We'll get the graphic updated for tomorrow. Actually, Lance will have to get that for tomorrow. And we want to say thanks for watching us here today on Strive TV. The Dukes are in the championship tomorrow night, where they will take on Hastings St. Cecilia at 5:45. The York girls will take on St. Cecilia at 12:30. We'll see you then. Good night from the Duke Dome.